Oh boy, it's been a long time. It's been quite a year. I don't know how you guys have been doing, but I hope you guys are doing well. Feel free to leave a lot of comments. But I kind of wanted to talk about Source Mod Todd because I got a comment not that long ago on the Fistful of Frags Source Mod Todd, and I watched that again, and I thought it was absolutely hilarious. And for some reason, so a long time ago, we did a Source Mod Todd upload about Fortress Forever, which was like that mod that came out just around the same time as Team Fortress 2. And I watched that again, and unfortunately, like the audio is muted on my channel, but there's thankfully been two people that have re-uploaded it. I got to give a shout out to a guy named BW Dalek 5, who's kind of like my super fan, even though I'm like a thing from like literally 15 years ago, right? But he uploaded the Fortress Forever Source Mod Todd video that we made. And I swear to God, like when I watched that for the first time in however many years, I was crying laughing at the Boris parts. Like like Boris was like super like on top of his game. And there's the part where like he tours the enemy base, and I know I kind of like did like some direction there, like when he goes up the ramp I told him to go like whoa base, and it's surprisingly like I didn't think like, so I noticed the comments, like people didn't think that part was like super funny, but for me that was like one of the funniest fucking things I have ever seen in my life. And his performance as the scout in that Fortress Forever Source Mod Todd is like one of the funniest things ever. Like seriously, man, like the whole video could have just been those two clips of Boris, and that would be it. So let's go back to Source Mod Todd, because I know not a lot of you guys are probably like big fans of that old series, or like it's definitely like not like the most remarkable thing in the world. But the first one we ever did was one in Perfect Dark Source, and that was a mod that was very primitive at the time. It really wasn't like it's just like GoldenEye Source. Like for some reason, like the GoldenEye Source and Perfect Dark Source mods, like they never really fully developed to the point where they needed to be. They just kind of released like these half-ass versions of it. But we had some, Boris was really funny in that video too. And then of course HK Sniper played the role of Joanna Dark. He was Clyde, you know, in G-Man Squad. And you know, that video included like a couple of people. This is kind of how this whole thing started, right? Like we would have a lot of our regulars, you know, a lot of the people in our group, in our Ventrilo, in our clan, or whatever you want to call it. And HK Sniper would interact with like these people that had no fucking clue what the hell was going on. We had total randoms in that video, in the Battlegrounds 2 Source Mod Todd video, and stuff like that. And it really like made for like a decent chemistry for some reason. Like you have like three people that have no idea what the hell is going on, and then you have three people that are totally in on the joke. And that was like kind of like the secret ingredient of those stupid Source Mod Todd videos, right? So the Perfect Dark Source video, what else can we do? Like, you know, it was really just Boris and HK carrying the whole thing. And then you'd have like this one random idiot who joined the server who had no idea what the hell's going on. Okay, so somebody asked, where's Crackbone? All right, dude, I don't talk to him, but I appear, so what I understand is he'll go on Steam. It's just like the old days, dude. Crackbone hasn't changed at all. He will go on Steam and talk to somebody on voice chat for 4 or 5 hours about some really boring shit about economics or whatever the fuck, schizophrenia, whatever and then he just goes away. I mean, this is the funniest thing about Crackbone back in those days, guys. Okay, so he would join Ventrilo, and he would say, be right back, guys. I'm going to be right back. And he would not come back for another 3 days. He would be right back, guys. And then 3 or 4 days later, it's like, hey, what's up? What's up? I'm back now. Yeah. Because that's like the total definition of be right back, right? So more Source Mod Todd video stories. We had the insurancy, oh God, I said insurgency video that we did, which So I don't know how many of you guys like are familiar with videos that we did 15 years ago. I know this is like talking about shit that's from like a super long time ago. So like for the Insurgency Source Mod Todd video that we did, we recorded demos. And because of the demos, the animations were totally screwed up. So when we recorded it, it looked like the fucking Marines were like ice skating. Like they looked like they were fucking like, obviously, like the mod was in a primitive stage at that point. So of course, when the player models in Insurgency were moving, it looked like they were ice skating. And, obviously I didn't give a shit about that. I thought that added to like the comedy, that added to like the humor of the video. But obviously, like, that's a sign of why you don't use demos. That's why you record normally live. But of course, when you record with demos, you kind of had that security blanket. If you could have the gang back together again, what games would you make Machinimas about? Oh boy, that's a tough one. Because I don't really play a lot of games that much, but like, it would have been really cool to do something in Sven Co-op. And I know I played a lot in Sven Co-op in the past few years, not lately, but like I would play Sven Co-op, They Hunger, and that was like a really good time. Even when you like lost, like in embarrassing fashion, like if you did something really stupid to lose in They Hunger, like that was still like a funny and good time. Yeah, because so the reason I'm saying this, I think, is because of a Richter overtime video that he did about They Hunger, and that was, hey, by the way, I gotta say, man, not gay or anything, but I love Richter overtime. I think he's great. He's got like this perfect voice for like radio, but he did that one video about They Hunger, and you definitely need to like check that out. It's a very good historical perspective of that mod, and he did a fantastic job. But like seriously, like playing that in co-op, like that's one of those games where like if somebody like trolls you and kills you for no reason, like that's still like entertaining. It's not like it ruined your night. It's not like it ruined your gaming experience. So, who's Source Mod Todd? Oh yeah, hey! Oh, I read that comment before I read the username, so I'm not going to comment on that. Okay, so I want to tell you some more Source Mod Todd stories. So the Battlegrounds 2 Source Mod Todd, okay? The Battlegrounds 2 Source Mod Todd was made in a day. We had Boris, we had Wolfer, we didn't have HK Sniper yet, but like this is like the best Source Mod story or Source Mod Todd story out of all. So for example, we decided, because like when you're filming with like 10, 15 people, you don't have a lot of time to really do everything that you want to do. So you got to get it done in like half of a day. So when we made that Battlegrounds 2 Source Mod Todd, we had some regulars and then some random people that we somehow convinced to just like be a part of this video for 2 hours. And somehow it worked. Like there was like this old guy who pretended to be the captain. There was the one kid that pretended to like make like the jokes about like meat spin and stuff like that. And like literally like we didn't know these people at all. They were completely random, and we got them to be a part of this video. And that's what made that video like so magical, because like it's like half like planned and half like completely improvised. So, and what was I doing on the British side? Well, okay, so the story about HK Sniper, who was Clyde. HK Sniper played George Washington. And oh my God, HK, look, man, I know we kind of had our issues in the past. I've had issues with pretty much everybody in the past, but HK, you were so brilliant in that video. And the funniest story, I'm sure you guys have heard this before. So I was in high school at the time, and I knew I was trying to make this video in one day. So what I did was ordered a pizza, right? I'm pretty sure I didn't pay for it because I was like fucking 17 years old. But ordered a pizza, sat down by my computer, and we filmed the whole thing in one day. And when HK Sniper was working a weird job at the time, Clyde was working a weird job at the time. So when it came time for like the video to pretty much be finished at like midnight, he came back online on Ventrilo and was like, oh man, I'm so bummed out that I pretty much wasn't there during the filming of this because he loves a lot of that like reenactment, Civil War reenactment, World War II reenactment stuff. Because HK Sniper, he's one of the coolest people I've ever met. Anyways, so when he came on, it was like midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning. He just got home from work, and he was like, man, well, he didn't really say it like this, but like, man, he was really bummed out that he wasn't a part of the video. So I was thinking, like, we got to find a way to work you into the video last second. And that was when we filmed the psycho sequence at the beginning where it's like the British side. And then he decides, oh, you're on the British side. I'm going to fucking just kill the shit out of you in the corner, which is actually a reference to like a really old video that I made. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but if any of you guys are super JS Xanatos experts in the comments, maybe you know what it is, but it's very similar to a scene that we did in like 2006, 2007. Anyways, so we worked those scenes with HK Sniper as George Washington in at 2 o'clock in the morning. And he literally like, I don't know. You can. It's funny because he's being as loud as fuck, but for me, I had to be like quiet as shit because it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and like I don't want to wake my family up. Like I'm still in high school, right? Like I'm fucking 17 years old, and so that's why I'm like, wait, hold on, 1 minute. So I can't. What did I say in that fucking video? Like at the beginning, you can tell like I'm really like muffling my voice, like I'm trying to be as quiet as possible because I don't want people to hear me. So and then we did the scene later at the very end, like towards the blooper section, where I was like, oh yeah, so what do you guys think of this line battle? Kind of sucks, right? And then HK Sniper comes back from the background and is like, oh, I'm gonna get you, you fucking traitor. Come here, Benedict Arnold. I gotta say this about the fucking Battlegrounds 2 video. I said the thing after the Benedict Arnold line that makes no sense at all. So I kind of like dropped the gun there, but nobody cares because HK Sniper and Boris and people like that are funny as fuck. And I got to give a shout out to Wolfer, who was so fucking funny in that video playing like the British guy. Like, why line battle when we have to hide behind cover? Like, dude, like this shit's 15 years ago, but like I'm like still there right now. Like let's see what kind of comments do we have, and we can talk about some other of the source mod Todds. The Alfred Hitchcock parody, I mean, that's just something stupid that I wanted to do. I don't even really like Hitchcock anymore, so sorry, John Calder. Skibidi Toilet and its success. I don't even really. So I was at McDonald's by my house the other day, and somebody like made like some Skibidi Toilet joke with me, and I was just like, oh, ha, ha, ha. I've heard that before. Yeah, ha, 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 ha. Yeah, Skibidi Toilet. Ha, ha, ha. But like, I don't know. That's you fucking Zoomers, man. I don't really understand your Zoomer sense of humor, but like I respect the Zoomers. Shout out to the Zoomers. I salute the Zoomers. You're the fucking people that are going to ruin the country next. So, okay, whenever you replay these games you used to make videos in, do you feel, yes, but you have to, so John Calder asked about, like, do you feel nostalgia when you play these games again after a long time? Of course, but, like, that nostalgia wears off really quick, right? Like, you might have nostalgia for the first 15, 20 minutes, but after that, you're just like, I've done this fucking shit before. Source filmmaker series by the guy who made the Big Smoke source. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, John, sorry for not being aware of some fucking guy that made a source filmmaker video with some guy from San Andreas. So, what else do you want me to? So, other source mod Todd videos. The Fistful of Frags. We got to talk about the Fistful of Frags source mod Todd, guys, because oh my god, like, look. So Steve and I haven't talked to each other. And goddamn, man, like it's so sad. I don't know why he did this to me, but like we made that Fistful of Frags source mod Todd video, and he was with Cody, Mr. Sensual, as like the Desperados, and they were like fisting each other in the cave. And then there's an Indian guy who's like a total random guy that tries to shoot him. And so they're like, come on, man, we're trying to fist. And one of the funniest things, this is literally, okay, so if you want to know, for you Xanatos fans out here, this is like the funniest joke I think Stev has ever improvised, and it was the funniest joke in any of our videos. It's Mr. Sensual and Cody, or Mr. Central and Stev chasing this random fucking guy on a public server in a Fistful of Frag server, and Stev says, what does he say? He says, this'll teach him for not having white skin. And immediately after, you can hear my voice comm like laughing my fucking ass off. Because it's literally like one of the, it's a racist joke, right? We had plenty of racist jokes in a couple of our videos, particularly the Fistful of Frag Source Mod Todd. But like, seriously, man. So they were doing some bit where it was like a Brokeback Mountain kind of thing. It's Stev and Mr. Central, and they're like pretending to like fist each other in the ass. And then an Indian comes by and shoots at them because, well, there's three of us, right? So, of course, immediately after he shoots at us, he runs away. And Stev's like, come on, man, we're trying to fist, or something like that. And so they go up to the bridge, and then the fucking Indian is running the totally other way. And then it's like, oh, damn Indian, man, let's go and get him. Oh, man, this'll teach him for having white skin. And then 1 second later, you can hear me, like, laugh my weird laugh, like, ha, 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 ha. And that's literally the funniest joke we have ever fucking done ever, man. Like, there's no way there's anything funnier than that shit. Because, look, man, back in 2007, 2008, 2009, you could get away with racist humor. Somebody just said, stole my bike. You could get away with racist humor. You could get away with fucking homophobic kind of shit. You could get away with all that stuff because, let's face it, man, like, you can't have comedy without offensive comedy. Like, if you have comedy with a set of rules, it's not fucking comedy anymore. It's just some fucking genre of some fucking bullshit. Like, you have to have comedy where you offend people. If you can't offend people with comedy, then there's no point in doing comedy anymore, because there clearly has to be jokes that cross the fucking line. So we've talked about the Fortress Forever Source Mod Todd, the Battlegrounds 2 Source Mod Todd, the Insurgency Source Mod Todd, which Mr. Central made a lot of very homophobic jokes, regarding like Arabic people and stuff like that. What other? Hold on, man. We totally forgot the biggest Source Mod Todd of all, with Crackbone and Stev, with Zombie Panic and Zombie Master. Come on, somebody ask me some questions about that video. Like, seriously, man. Like, I think, honestly, if you want my personal, I'm biased, right? Because I made these fucking videos, right? But like, the funniest fucking joke probably in the history of all our videos was when a lot of the humans in Zombie Panic Source were trapped in a closet. And I said, I hope nobody's claustrophobic. And Crackbone immediately replies, or a faggot. Like, that probably, is there any, other than like for the joke at the end of Counter-Strike for Kids about, like, oh, if you call in the next 15 minutes, we'll throw in, Counter-Strike Extreme Gores Edition. But like, seriously, like, honestly, the reason that Zombie Panic and Zombie Master Source Mod Todd got so many views was because, I believe, of that line with me and Crackbone, where we're like stuck in a closet. We're trying to hold up there to just try and kill all the zombies. Hope no one's claustrophobic. Pause. Or a faggot. And if that's got to be the reason why that video had 2 million views. And then the ending was funny too. I know Stev was always like really mad, or like, I don't know if he was joking or if he was like legitimately bitter about this, but like, the whole point of the ending of the Zombie Mod Source Mod Todd was the fact that, like, oh yeah, obviously Crackbone should have won, but we gave it to Stev instead. And like, I don't know if like Stev like didn't understand that joke, or if he was jealous, or if he just wanted to be like the center of attention. But like, obviously, like, it's because we had so many comments that said in the Zombie Master Source Mod Todd, like, oh yeah, Crackbone should have won. But it's like, you're just being played by us. Like, the video is a troll. Like, videos aren't supposed to be like 100% serious. They're not supposed to like cater to your fucking understanding of the video. Like, you have to kind of throw some wrenches in there. And do something that's a little bit different. Otherwise, it's the same old predictable shit. So, oh man, Pat Rick just mentioned the get off my crane. Man, we had so much racist shit in that Zombie Master source mod, Todd. So, why was Stat? Well, because people in the comments, Arian asked, why was Stev mad about winning though? Well, people in the comments like clearly didn't understand like the concept of like we were trolling them. And I don't think he was legitimately mad, but he just was like trying to play along with like those fucking people who were like literally fucking stupid. So that's really what it was. Are there any games out nowadays which you would like to make a video in if the gang was still together? Ooh. Yeah, there's definitely one or two. I just got to think about it. Rust would be hilarious. Like, I'm sure you guys all, I've talked about Daniel from SNL, or SNL, SL. Yeah, not SN. Yeah, Daniel from Saturday Night Live. No, Daniel from Second Life. Some of the Rust videos he did was fucking just hilarious. Or DayZ, you know, both of them. You know, I'm a big fan of Daniel from SNL. God damn it, I said it again, Daniel from SL. And he literally like could just do like the same shit again over and over again in Second Life and Rust, and he would be totally fine. But I don't know. So what else? What other source mod Todds do we have? The Gary's mod source mod Todd. Okay, so unfortunately, I have to admit this, guys, man. Like, I'm not proud of this, and I've watched some of our old videos recently, especially like when I get a comment on one of the old videos, like I will tend to watch like the old video again. I copied a lot of shit from Tim and Eric, and I'm not proud of it. But like, hold on, guys, hold on. Let's have a conversation in chat about Tim and Eric. I have like this love-hate relationship with Tim Heidecker. He's clearly like a brilliant actor, but also a fucking faggot. So like, how do you balance the two? Because like Tim and Eric, man, especially Tim Heidecker, because you can tell how can I describe him? Like he knows how to do satire better than anyone else that I know. Tim is literally an inspiration. Somebody just said Maxley, interesting inspiration. Tim Heidecker was absolutely an inspiration for me because he can play a character, but then he can also be like his real life self at the same time. And I don't know. What do you guys think about him? Like, I've recently watched like all the On Cinema Oscar specials, and I've watched some of the other things he's done. And clearly, I think Tim Heidecker, like, there's a lot of things I don't like about him, but like, you know, you can tell when somebody is like a genius. So, but like Awesome Show, especially now that we're all older, now that we're all in like our 20s and 30s, you can tell like Awesome Show is kind of fucking retarded. But like some of the other stuff they did, like on cinema, especially the Oscar specials, like, oh man, that's like beautiful performance art. And I will say this about Tim Heidecker. I know people probably thought like, oh, because I don't know what to believe about the Sam Hyde and Tim Heidecker episode anymore. I don't know what happened there. But like Tim Heidecker did this fucking hilarious impression of Bill Maher's. What the fuck is that shit called that Bill Maher does? That's fucking gay as fuck. He does some fucking live stream from the basement of his house. Does anybody know what I'm talking about Bill Maher? Anyways, Tim did like this brilliant inspiration. He did this parody of Bill Maher's like YouTube podcast. And it just goes to show how much of a satirist he is, how much of a fucking good actor he is. So like, I really can't hate Tim Heidecker. Like, I think, you know, for a guy from Philly, he came from an upper class family. I'm not going to give him any shit for that. But like, dude, seriously, if you want to go back to 2008, 2009, 2010. Tim Heidecker was one of my biggest inspirations of all time. Like I both love that guy and I hate that guy. Okay, let's read some comments. Santos, did you know Back for Blood basically stole the idea of the final boss from a Left 4 Dead custom boss? Who the fuck cares, man? I mean, go to They Hunger. You know that little spider creature from They Hunger? They took that from John Carpenter's The Thing in 1982. Like, it's the same fucking shit. You know, artists steal from each other all the time. I stole from people all the time. DJ Y stole from people all the time. I'm sure Ross stole from people all the time. Everybody that's an artist steals from each other. Like, that's just a fucking fact of life. And I'm sure Tim and Eric, go research Tim and Eric and see what they stole from other people. You know, oh man, The Thing is one of my favorite movies of the last 2-3 years. I saw your comment on that guy's video for They Hunger. Oh yeah, that's Richter. That's Richter Overtime. I love Richter, man. That guy should be on like a radio station, man. He's got a great voice. He's a young kid. He's a smart kid. Nothing but respect for Richter Overtime, and I hope you guys go check him out. I mean, you know, it's kind of like those type of videos that just like explain things to like the Zoomer crowd, but I think he does a excellent, fantastic job. So Red Lobber's a little bit different than Richter. I would pick Richter over Red Lobber, but I mean, they're both great. You know, I looked at my analytics, and apparently a bunch of people on my channel watch Red Lobber's shit. So I guess go to Red Lobber's channel, because if you're here, apparently you like Red Lobber too. So go over there. So no swearing, please, on the timeline. No swearing, please. Fuck. Faggot. Bitch. Shit. I swore. All right. Any more questions? Sanatos, did you ever play Swiss Cheese Halloween? What the fuck does that? What the fuck is Swiss Cheese Halloween 22? Who the fuck are you, John Calder? Get the fuck out of here. Leave. Get the fuck out of here. You're done. What the fuck are you talking about? Sorry, I'm just joking. I don't know if it's a Half-Life 1. Yeah, you expect me to know like every single Half-Life 1 mod? Yeah, no. What truck do I got? I don't have a truck, dude. I'm a single guy. Why would I have a truck? Yeah, I need a truck so I can haul lumber in my backyard all the time and fucking make bonfires. You know, I'm gonna suck my dick by the bonfire. Whiplash with Source Mod Todd. Wait, what do you mean by Whiplash? What other Source Mod Todds did we not talk about? The Gary's Mod Source Mod Todd. Okay, I think I already said this, but the Gary's Mod Source Mod Todd was a total ripoff of Tim and Eric Night Live video, which I'm not happy about. I copied way too much shit off Tim and Eric. I watched some of my old videos recently, and I realized like I copied a little too much from Tim and Eric, and I'm not happy about that. So, I mean, the joke about you being mean with the guy reminding me of what the fuck? I don't even know what that means. So anyways, well, it's nice talking to you guys. Any more questions before I go? Because I'm ending this at 30 minutes. Is there anything you want to ask me about? Do it now, because you got 2 minutes left. Let's ask him, John. Come on, let's go, because I'm done. I've already been here for 30 minutes, and it's pretty late. So I kind of want to go to bed. Very late, actually. It's fucking 5 o'clock in the morning. Have you ever played mods like Scientist, Slaughterhouse, or Crack? Of course I played Crack Life. Synergy run of the G. I mean, dude, there's no way we're going to find anybody funny enough to match like the people that we had in 2007, Maxley. So, I mean, we're not going to do that. HB Lovecraft? What the fuck are you asking me about that for? Got any games in the new age you're looking forward to? Killing Floor 3 was announced. Not really. I would just like to see Valve do more stuff. I mean, you know, you can't just keep selling fucking any fucking game that you can fucking buy the rights to. Like, you got to make something new yourself, Valve. So, best game of 2023 for you? I don't really play any games, so sorry. Are you chugging Wiggy? No, but I had a couple beers. Valve is the best. Yeah, sure. Why not? Valve is the best. No, dude. So, yeah, Pat Rick, I don't even want to talk about that. Yeah, this was a bad week. Killing Floor Source My Todd? No, man. Dude, I made those 15 years ago. Like, come on, man. 10, 15 years ago. It's a long time ago. So, any other Source Mod Todd stories? Oh, God. I don't think so. Just watch the Fistful of Frags one, man. Like, that was one of the funniest ones we ever did. And it's, like, horribly racist and horribly, like the funniest comment on the Fistful of Frags Source Mod Todd was, because HK Sniper was there, like, kind of, like, commenting in the background. The funniest comment we ever had was, wow, so I've been watching this video for 30 seconds and I've already heard the word faggot in like 20 seconds, because he said it like 5 times, like faggot, faggot, faggot. So I don't know. That's probably like one of the funniest things that I've read in the past 6 or 7 or 8 months. So watch the Fistful of Frags Source Mod Todd. Like, that, I mean, come on, man. That's like a perfect, like, it's just like a perfect thing where everything kind of like went together well, you know. So okay. And the TF2 Western, thank you, John Calder, for bringing that up. I mean, I know we had some really stupid jokes in there, but go ahead and watch that, guys, because like, I mean, I don't know how many of you guys are movie dorks or not, but like, I would often try to make videos based off of the movies that I was watching at the time. And I love Westerns because I'm some fucking boomer Midwestern American, right? Like, so I love like the John Wayne and Clint Eastwood Westerns. But like, go back and watch that Team Fortress 2 Western. I know there are some off-color jokes. The weirdest thing about that video is we made like this intro to Hawaii Five-0, which made no sense at all. But I mean, hey, man, like, I think that was a pretty good intro considering the video that it was, because Team Fortress 2 Western was a take on The Magnificent Seven, which is a movie from the 1960s, which was a remake of a Japanese movie called Yojimbo by Akira Kurosawa. So if you watch Yojimbo, wait, no, not Yojimbo. No, Magnificent Seven. Or wait, I'm sorry. It's so hard to fucking these Japanese movies. It's so hard to keep track of like which one's which. Okay, so I think watch Magnificent Seven and then watch the American version of it, which is called. God damn. Wait, no. God damn it, man. I'm fucking retarded. It's fucking 5 o'clock in the morning, so give me a break, right? So the Japanese version is called Seven Samurai. The American version is called Magnificent Seven. And then I tried to do a take on that called the Team Fortress 2 Western. So it's really not like that profound of like it's not like a literal remake, but like go back and, you know, just understand like that's where the script coming from. And, you know, like, dude, like that Team Fortress 2 Western joke at the end of the video where it's like, this server ain't big enough for the two of us. Yeah, it is. It's 24 slots. Like, that's one of the favorite jokes that I've ever written, ever. And like, I mean, we got Holocaust jokes in there. We got it all in there, man. So go ahead. This is my advice to you. Go watch Team Fortress 2 Western, because that was something that definitely pissed off the people that made Fistful of Frags, because we stole their maps, and then we wrote a script that was basically like a remake of like Fistful of Dollars and Magnificent Seven and shit like that. So remember the first episode of Civil Protection ended on where they were stuck in a fuck's Silver. You know, I don't want to talk about Ross. We're done. No, I'm not going to say anything about Ross. We're done. Anyways, it's nice to see you all. Any other last questions before I go? Any other last comments before I go? I'm not going to talk about Ross. Ask Ross what it was like to move to Los Angeles. Ross he really liked Los Angeles. I asked Ross about that. That's why he's in fucking Poland right now. So, okay. Obviously, Command and Conquer Generals, dude, for CNC game. Yeah, I don't know. I'll leave this up. Why did Soldiers of Misfortune have such a downer ending for the main protagonist? I don't know, because Crackbone was a bad guy? Like, I mean, you find a bunch of fucking, like, gold and treasure. The whole point of, like, that movie, and I'm sure, there was a fucking, let's talk about Soldiers of Misfortune for a minute. What is the name of that movie where I fucking literally based the poster around it? Oh, God. It's a heist movie that's in black and white that was made in America. Oh, fuck, man. I'm never going to remember the name. Where it's like a jewelry heist. And that's where the whole idea of Soldiers of Misfortune came from. And I'm never going to fucking remember the name of the fucking movie. Unless you want to sit here and let me, like, look for it. But no. So, like, I made this Gmod poster. Actually, the German guy, DM Guina, made the poster for this, where it's like, it's a bunch of people gathered around in a circle, and they're reaching down for, like, a bunch of diamonds. And that is a ripoff of a black and white movie made in America that I can't remember the fucking name of it was. God damn it, man. It pisses me off that I can't remember it. But that's kind of where the idea came from. Oh, fuck. It's a heist movie. And I used to love heist movies. Anyways, there's no way I'm ever going to remember it. Remember when Crack? Yes. Well, yeah, of course. But that 50s. Yes, it was 50s. You know what, dude? I got to look this up. We're all going to stay here, and we're going to... Fuck. How do I look this up without fucking... Oh, my God. I don't even think I can look it up. God damn it. Asphalt Jungle, dude, you are so smart. Dude, give this... Yes, Asphalt Jungle, dude. You are so smart. That is exactly what we tried to copy for Soldiers of Misfortune. Asphalt Jungle. Dude, this guy's my favorite, man. You've been around forever. How do you pronounce your name? Trabuco 9? Trabuco 9? Dude, yeah. So that is exactly where the idea of Soldiers of Misfortune came from. And, it didn't really make a lot of sense, but, like, so Soldiers of Misfortune, for those of you guys who have seen that video before, like, that was a video that I had on my radar because I knew Inglourious Bastards was coming out in a year or two, right? So I just wanted to, like, make some kind of fucking Gmod, Day Defeat, Half-Life, Counter-Strike video in the meantime. And, I used to always, I'm sure nobody does this now, but I used to always base those videos that I used to make off of movies that I was recently watching at the time. Like, go back to the introduction of the G-Man Squad, where literally it's the beginning of fucking Reservoir Dogs. It's the fucking same thing. And why do you think that is? It's because I just watched Reservoir Dogs fucking 24, 48 hours earlier, So, Ariane, I wish there was a collab with Goron City, but we never interacted. Hey, do you want me to go visit Zombie's grave? I know exactly where Zombie's grave is, but, like, it would be, like, really, like, fucking insensitive and retarded to, like, fucking take a picture where his grave is. Like, I know it's in Waterford, Michigan. I know exactly where his grave is. I've been there. I fucking fucked a girl that was from that part of town. So I don't know. Should I go and visit his grave just to pay my respect? Fellow Michiganders, Xanatos and Zombie, we are not worthy. But I mean, as long as he didn't fucking Frank didn't tell him. Frank hung out with him on, like, Ventrilo or stuff. Frank lives on the East Coast, dude. We both live in Michigan, so all you got to do is, like, Google his obituary and you know where he's buried. So, not filthy Frank. We're talking about Frank Hassel. Zombie, Goron City. Search up the Goron City Christmas special or the Goron City Halloween special, and that's all by Zombie. And I think he was a little bit younger than me, but dude, Trabuco 9. If you were from Detroit, man, you already were asking for trouble because there's a lot of drugs down there, and he apparently was constantly on pills. Oh, you're from Portugal, man. I didn't know that. I thought maybe you were from yeah. Oh, but no. You understand what I'm saying about Zombie though? Trabuco, like he was in a part of Michigan where pain pills were everywhere, opiate pills were everywhere, heroin was everywhere, and guess what? One day he didn't wake up again, and I don't know. Sorry, you get what you ask for when you're fucking doing shit like that, man. You get what you ask for. Yeah, the Clockwork Orange griefing is a classic. Yeah, but like I don't know, man. Like it's hard to watch some of Zombie's videos because I've heard from multiple sources that he was always on pills, like always. Like I get, I don't have a perfectly clean history at all. Like I've done some stupid shit, but I've never been constantly on pills, and that is why Zombie didn't make it. So that's my. Why don't we end it on that? Why don't we end it on that? Don't constantly take pills. Don't constantly be a fucking retard. Otherwise, you end up like Zombie. Your parents have to bury you in some fucking hick, fucking stupid, shitty Michigan town that's not far from Detroit. Just don't do pills, man. Don't do heroin. Don't overdose. I mean, whiskey's better than fucking taking fucking 15 heroin shots and overdose and dying like Zombie did and like a lot of other people did. Like, you know, I grew up in a place where I can probably name you 10 people that overdosed and died. So don't fucking do opiates. Don't fucking do painkillers. Don't fucking do heroin. Don't be a fucking retard. Okay. Good night, everybody. Any other last questions? Anybody else wants to say anything? Because I'm going. Don't do DMT. What are you, fucking Joe Rogan? I'm Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, do mushrooms and do DMT. I'm Joe Rogan, man. I fucking commentate on MMA and I fucking have the biggest podcast in the world. I make so much money on Spotify and I go on stand up and I fucking make jokes about the Kardashians because I'm a fucking bald headed retard. Fuck Joe Rogan. Fuck you. Good night, everybody.